I'm not gonna go on Sniper Hill and start putting out shots on them and give away my location. This is an extraction shooter, okay? We're here to get the loot and get out. I'm not here to have a tea party with these guys and dance around all around prison and see who kills who first. What's up, everyone? Now we're underground here in the dark side, alright? My name is KK, and today we're going to talk about playing unfair, because one of the things that I truly believe in Ghost of Tabor is that you should not play fair, okay? I would never play fair in a fight in this game, because I believe getting your loot is the #1 priority, alright? Now today I'm going to give you some tips that people will never tell you, okay? They will never talk to you about this, maybe because it's an ego thing. People think these methods of playing the game are just unsatisfactory. I have no idea, but I'm going to tell you this now. Any way of you playing the game is the right way to play the game, okay? But let's get right into this. Now, this may be a touchy topic, but let's talk about abuse, all right? Now, the best things that I like to abuse when it comes to Ghosts of Tabor is, one thing, drum magazines, but not even drum magazines. This is something that a lot of people will always steer you away from, something that people will tell you gives away your position, is never worth using. I'm talking about the laser. Now, the laser is one of the things that I started using when I first played Ghost of Tabor. That was the most broken discovery I ever found. This laser has a faster ADS than you'll ever be able to line up a red dot on a player. And I'm telling you, you can do this from long range and keep an insane recoil control while shooting any player. I'm telling you, I could wipe the whole lobby with just this gun right here. Lasers are absolutely disgusting. Players that try to jump scare you, it's just an easy pull up. You don't even have to look anywhere. You get to keep both your eyes open, clear field of view, and just point. For players out there that have a hard time lining up their shots, or they're sitting there trying to get their crosshair on them, this laser is amazing. And of course, it's going to give away your position. When I use a laser, I honestly don't care. I want the PvP, so if players come and find me, that's cool. I'm very good at checking my areas, and I have very good game sense, all right? But for people out there, obviously, you can just turn it off. It's not a big problem. But when you're walking inside of a building and you're maneuvering around, this laser is going to save you. I promise you, especially if you don't have a gun stock, this accuracy and ADS speed is unmatched. And don't let anyone else tell you different. Go ahead in a raid and try out a gun with just a laser, and don't use a scope at all, and see how that plays out for you. Alright, I'm standing over this hill here, and I just seen 3 players go into prison and they're hitting purple. Well, I want that loot too, right? Well, what's the best way to go in there? Yeah, I can be big brain and big egoed and go in there and just face them off, straight one-on-one fight, or I can pick any of these lovely 20,000 trees to sit in and wait for them to come out. And that's what we're going to talk about next, is abusing trees. Now, this is a very, very, very touchy topic, because people do not like trees in this game. They hate them, and they think it's the worst thing ever. Now, obviously, this only applies to this map island. Of course, in other places, you can do other tactics, of course. But when it comes to island, people hate trees. I love them. I tell people, use trees as much as you can until they take them out the game or make them unable to be hidden in. Use these trees, okay? If there is 3 players right there in prison, the best way to get the jump on them is to get the jump on them. I'm not gonna go in there head first. I'm not gonna go on Sniper Hill and start putting out shots on them and give away my location. This is an extraction shooter, okay? We're here to get the loot and get out. I'm not here to have a tea party with these guys and dance around all around prison and see who kills who first, all right? I want to go and take out these players. Now, I want to sit in this tree, get a drum mag, get this laser out, and when they come out, I'm spraying everybody, all right? And it sounds like the worst method of playing the game or the scariest method, but in reality, That's what it comes down to when playing this game. All of the run in there and action and stuff, it's cool. It's the content, people like to create on YouTube and everything. But the real players who want to play this game and get further in there and be successful, you need to learn how to play the game at a base lower level that's going to actually give you some solid results. Okay, so I'm in labs here, right? Close quarter combat. Yeah, I have this laser, drum mag. I can smack anyone that comes in this room, right? What if they're highly kitted and they're all using the same thing? Well, that's when we're going to talk about grenades. Now, I only have 3 grenades in here, and it's definitely not enough. Realistically, the best amount of nades to have is as much that can actually fill up in your bag. So you should have about maybe 20 to 50 or so. Because to be realistic, grenades are disgustingly overpowered in this game, and they will take out anything standing. Doesn't matter what they're wearing, doesn't matter what they have. It's just a wrap for them. Understand, if you're a player that likes to be inside of buildings and play the insides of museum and Matka, or if you play in labs and island, you want to be bringing nades. I don't care if they're impact nades or regular nades. You bring them, and you bring a lot, okay? Now, a lot of people just think that nades are hard to use or they're going to kill themselves with it, but trust me, it's just a little bit of practice. Nades are just absolutely disgusting and are game changing. People hate on the Timmies that come around with a bag full of nades into the raid. I congratulate them because I think they're actually doing something that's going to work, all right? A lot of players just come in naked, rush the purple card, and just think, well, that's all they're going to do, and just hopefully they get it. At least try something, okay? The reason why I make a lot of these tutorials is because I want players to actually try something else besides running around naked all day. And I actually congratulate the player base because I've been noticing a lot lately that players are actually starting to catch on. I've been hiding in these trees and I've been getting shot out. I've been running out of prison and I'll find a player in a tree and they shoot me. So a lot of people are starting to catch on and understand this game, which is going to push the better players out there to be like, okay, now we actually have to step our game up because these players are getting shady now. Let me make sure I check every single tree as I'm moving around, Let me make sure I'm bringing some more nades and doing things like this too, right? Because eventually the player base is all going to catch up in skill level and there's going to be, a skill ceiling that's going to have to be breached. So that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for players to all gain a similar skill level, or at least to be in a level where players are more of a threat when you see them. All right, so this right here is my T5 body armor that I actually purchased from the Tabor market, and I put insurance on it. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it on top of there. All right, well, now nobody can get it and I can't either, but because it's insured, it's gonna come back in 24 hours inside of my kiosk. But because it's back there, the player that I just killed downstairs, I can take his gear and put it on for free. Now I'll have this gear guaranteed to come back, fresh gear on my body, and I can go throughout the raid not worrying about losing any more gear. And that's called insurance frauding. If that was hard for you to understand, go ahead and check on my channel because I just released a video recently explaining insurance frauding and what it is. People neglect insurance in this game, and it's actually crazy how valuable it is when you actually understand how it can be used. So that's another thing you need to do to not play fair. Go ahead and check that out on my channel, how to do insurance frauding. If you like this video in any way, go ahead, hit that like button, hit up the comment section, tell me anything that you do to get an advantage over other players while playing in Ghost of Tabor. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content, and I'll catch you guys later.